Hello, this is Tola from Trifield Productions with another Blender quick tip. And in this quick tip, I'm going to show you how you can have moving skies in your scene fairly easily by using the Moving Skies add-on. It's not free, it's about $15. It works in Blender 3.0 all the way to 4.0, and it runs in Eevee and in cycles. And I'll leave a link of it below the video, so you guys can download yourselves and check it out. For this tutorial, I'm using Blender 4.1 and it works pretty well in it. But once you've downloaded it onto your system, don't unzip it. Just go to Edit, Preferences. I've already got it activated here. But click on Install and navigate to that zip file. Click on that zip file. Click on Install Add-on. And then put a check in the box and it's activated. And it's a fairly light add-on. I'm going to set up a quick scene here. And we're going to use Suzanne for this tutorial. Let's delete the cube. Shift A in the keyboard, Mesh, Plane. Press S to scale it up. And I'm going to press Shift A again, Mesh, and click on Monkey. It's going to position her properly. Have her sitting on top of the plane. We're going to see how the shadows work and how the light interacts with objects, because it has a fairly realistic look to it. And once you've installed it in Blender, it's on the right hand side of the UI, which is over here. Click on that, and here it is. It's got 7 presets of different skies. And we're going to change our viewport. Let's change it to cycles. It renders in even cycles, as I said earlier, but cycles looks more realistic. So click on Eevee. From the drop down, let's click on cycles from CPU to GPU. And then when it comes to the samples, sorry about that, let me go back to the add-on. I'm going to expand my window here, left click and drag. Maximum samples 128, enter. And let's click on our icon there to change the view of our scene. And let's get rid of this light here. We don't really need that because this provides light for us from the sky. And when you click on that, it gives you all these presets. Let's click on this one, the second one, and click on Add Sky. And there it is. And the cool thing about this add-on is that it just goes by the name Moving Skies because that's what it does. When you press play, if you go to Eevee and we press play, look at what the sky does. Press play and the sky is moving. It's moving at the rate that it's supposed to move if it was realistically happening in real life. It's not like a fast zoom. It's just a gradual move from left to right in your scene. So yeah, the sky moves, so that's pretty nice. Let's go back to cycles in our viewport. And as you can see in Eevee, the shadows don't really, they're not really visible, but in cycles, they are, which is a lot better. And the parameters are pretty much straightforward, they're pretty easy, but we'll just go through them. Now, if you want to clear a scene, clear the sky, just press on clear. And another thing I like about this add-on is that if you've ever used Blender Guru's sky add-on, it gives you a sky in HDRI imagery, but the bottom of it is black. So you have to always adjust the height of your sky map. But with the Moving Skies add-on, you can see that the ground, the black aspect of is not there, which is helpful. So that's one thing I like about it. But if you want to clear out this sky, choose another one, just click on clear and it happens like that. Now you can adjust the color of the sky, so to speak, when it comes to the color bar here. And you just have to change the mix aspect of it. But right now it's on white. Let's left click on that and let's turn it to red. As you can see, there's really not much of a difference in the appearance of the sky, but if we left click on this parameter and drag, you see that the red starts to become implemented into the sky. That's a pretty nice thing. You can change the color of the sky to whatever color you want to represent any kind of atmosphere you want. And you can increase the contrast. Let's left click and drag here. And it gives the clouds a sharper, so to speak, appearance. You can increase the intensity, also left click and drag in that parameter. make it a lot more intense, a lot less intense. Same thing with the strength, left click and drag. It's just change these parameters, change the appearance of the sky. So that's really, really nice, really easy to use, really helpful, really straightforward. Let's minimize this a little bit more. We scroll down, we have the sun settings. Now the sun here, it's a physical sun. Let me see if we can find it. Let me kind of look around my scene here. Let's change our sky to another color. I think the sun's right there. Let's left click and drag on sun size. That increase that maybe. There it is. Yeah, it's right there. It was behind this cloud. But if we look at this part of the sky, you can see the top of the sun is here behind the cloud. If we increase the contrast or decrease it, we can see the sun more. So you can increase and decrease the size of the sun with this parameter. And then the intensity of the sun, how strong the sun is, you can change that also. Make that more or make it less. You can change the elevation of the sun with this parameter, left click and drag. And with Blender, like I've mentioned in the past, if you hover your mouse over any of these parameters, you press I on your keyboard, it'll create a keyframe. You can animate all of these parameters. So if you want to have a sunrise with the Moving Sky add-on, you can do that by hovering your mouse over here, pressing I on your keyboard, go down your timeline, move the elevation up a little bit, you'll see the sunrise, and then press I again, and it creates a keyframe and an animation of the sun going up. So that's also quite nice. You can change the rotation, maybe go from right to left, so that's cool. And it affects the movement of the sun, obviously, is going to affect the shadows of whatever is in your scene. So you have to rotate it left to right. You can see the shadows are moving. Elevation, the same thing. The lower the sun is, the shorter the shadows, the higher the sun is. Or the lower the sun is, sorry about that, the longer the shadows are. Now that's pretty cool there, how the sun kind of dips behind. That is really nice, just behind the horizon there. And it makes a really nice long shadow of our model here. And the higher the sun is, the shorter the shadows. And you can increase the dirt in the air, or the air kind of concentration. It's just a slight difference with these parameters here. If we click here and drag, see the air quality kind of changes. Same thing with the dust, increase that. And it gives us a really nice looking sky appearance. Now I like the way the sun interacts with the clouds in terms of the reflection on the clouds. That's really nice. And change the ozone also. So it's a really straightforward add-on, and this aspect of it is the background settings. You don't really have to deal or mess with this. Now I guess you can add your own sky if you want to, your own sky texture. But the parameters up here are just enough for you to use to get the look that you're looking for when it comes to the Moving Sky add-on. And that's today's Blender quick tip. Straightforward and simple, and it's a nice add-on. Gives you really great results. Hopefully you guys will download yourself and try it out. And I hope this was a helpful tutorial for those of you that have watched. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, adios.